Good morning or afternoon or whatever, depending on when you're watching this video. This is your buddy Pete coming at you on the 2007 BMW R1200R today. Goldwing's getting a rest in the garage. Been a while since I put up a video, just simply because, well, time. I work full time, and this is kind of a hobby of mine, doing the YouTube, which I do enjoy. I just haven't had any motivation to do it in a while. It's, how it goes. I figure I get out on the bike today. It's Friday, July the 3rd. So we're closed today in observance of the Independence Day holiday. Or as most people know it, the 4th of July. But when you ask people, what is the 4th of July? They're like, oh, it's the 4th of July. It's Independence Day. Well, who are we independent from? Well, I don't know. So that would be England, for all you guys that don't know. So I figured I'd get out, get a ride, go down to Fort Myers Beach. Our beaches will be open this weekend. Hopefully people are semi-smart. I was sitting there thinking, it's like, how many of you get asked the question when somebody asks you, they say, oh, you ride a motorcycle, you got a Harley? That's like the first question I always get asked, like, do you own a Harley? No. They look at you, oh, well, what do you ride? So I have a Goldwing and I have a BMW. And it's like, well, why don't you own a Harley? And it's like, it's just not my style of bike. That's just what it comes down to. The first bike I ever rode didn't ride it, was my brother's 1983 Honda Goldwing, which he still owns. Doesn't run, but he gets it running once in a while when he gets a hair in him. It is a gorgeous day here. Lovely Fort Myers Beach. Water's blue. A little choppy today if you're out and about. It's so that was the first bike I ever rode on. When I was a kid, I had a moped. But it's not that I wouldn't own a Harley. That's not the point. I would own a Harley Davidson. But it'd have to be the right one. I've ridden, Ultras, Street Glides. Rode my friend's Heritage. That was kind of cool. That's a cool. His bike's cool. Out of the 3 he owns. But it's just never been my thing, I started really riding on faster bikes. My first bike I ever bought myself was a Suzuki GS850, which was a great bike. That thing was reliable. I could ride it to work because it was cheap. So, if you're not a crosswalk, you're fair game. I look at it. But, So I just never grew up on Harley Davidsons. That's probably the main reason I don't ride one. But when you grow up and you start on bikes that are fast, and you get on a Harley Davidson, it's it's just not the same. It's like a sled. I had my favorite bike probably ever was my 88, or was it 87, forget. Honda VFR 1000. That thing was really fast. For its time, now it's antiquated. Compared to what a sport bike is now, that thing's so antiquated, it's ridiculous. But it was a fun bike. It almost killed me It tried to murder me one night, going around the corner. Decided at 70-ish, decided that I should get off. Wasn't very nice of it. So torched my arm, or right arm. Still don't have full mobility in it, but I don't care. I can do everything I want to do in life. And it keeps me from having to put stuff up high at home and hang pictures and things. But, one bike I did enjoy was the V-Rod, and unfortunately, most Harley aficionados, or true believers, that's the stepchild. It's like, that bike's terrible. That's not a Harley Davidson. The Porsche designed the engine. But I'll tell you what, the thing was fast and it was fun. So I wouldn't mind getting one of those. But just gosh, the list of bikes is long that I've ridden and owned. I've been riding since I was a kid. After the wreck in '94, I stopped riding for a few years, obviously. I was back on a bike, on the back of a bike, just to get back on it after about 6 months. Never lost the excitement of motorcycling. And then I ended up buying a bike in the early 2000s, just to kind of get back in the saddle. Rode that for a while, then we were out in Hawaii, and I rented a Goldwing. And I've always loved the Goldwing because, I love touring. That's my favorite kind of riding is touring and going places on the back of a motorcycle. That is, for me, that's the best part of motorcycling. It's going different places on a bike, seeing the country. You get to stop more. It's just more enjoyable. Anyway, so we were in Hawaii, and I rented a Goldwing, which I've always liked. And this was 2007. So I got back after riding that thing, and I bought one. And gosh, I went all kinds of places on that bike. My wife and I really enjoyed that bike. Then her back went out, and she had back surgery. Wasn't riding much anymore, so I bought this, I don't know, 4 or 5 years ago, I guess, somewhere in there. And just as a second bike, because, the Goldwing's great, but it's fun to ride the little bike, especially on hot days like this in Southwest Florida. A lot of air movement on this baby. Plus, it's fast and it's fun. Done one big trip on this. We went up to Birmingham, then up to the Jack Daniel's distillery up there in Lynchburg, Tennessee. It was a good trip. It's no Goldwing, but by then I had sold my Goldwing because my wife couldn't ride anymore, and I wasn't riding that bike at all. So I sold it. And then the 2018 Wing came out, and I was like, boy, that's really what I'm looking for. Went and test rode it, and the rest is history. I bought it the next week. And I've enjoyed it. It's got its problems, and there's other bikes that are better for certain things, but that bike for me, I did a 5,000 mile trip on that thing out to Sturgis a couple of years ago, and it's flawless. That's the thing about a Goldwing and about a Honda in general. You put gas in it, you change the oil, and just do your general maintenance, and that thing will it runs forever. It's just a bulletproof bike. I had a great time. But one of the biggest influences with me and a motorcycle is Chips. I'm sure you remember that show. California Highway Patrol, Ponch and John. I watched that show as a kid, and man, I was hooked. I wanted to be a highway patrolman and ride a motorcycle all day. Obviously I don't do that, but that's what got me really the bug to ride motorcycles. Which is kind of corny, I guess, but it's a fun time. But I don't really care what anybody rides. I'll ride with anybody riding anything except for Can-Am spiders. Hate Can-Am spiders. Just don't like them. You're not going to change my mind. I I don't know why. Just if I'm going to go to a trike, I'm just going to get a regular trike. I'm not going to get one of those. But more likely, I would just get a convertible if I ever get off the bikes. Oh, don't you love road construction on a tiny road? Yeah, let's put in a stormwater drain system when you're 1 foot above sea level, because you know that water's going to go all kinds of places. Yeah. What got you guys into bikes? I mean, you know, I told you my story. I'd love to hear yours. I mean, I know a lot of guys out there definitely heard a lot of their stories and how they got into motorcycles and bikes, and it's just an enjoyment. I mean, I think most people, I mean, the world would be a better place if everybody rode a motorcycle, in my opinion, because you know, you can stop at a gas station anywhere in the country, you know, and you know, if you see another person on a bike, you can go right up to them and talk, say, hey, what's going on? You know, there's just that commonality you have of riding, you know. Yeah, and by and large, everybody is very nice. Whew, that is HOT going this slow. Yeah, so anyway, that's just my story for the day. What got you into motorcycles? I mean, that's always an interesting question to pose to people. Always an interesting question. I like interesting questions. One thing I like about YouTube is, even though I haven't met a lot of people on YouTube, you know, like fellow vloggers and things, you get to know people through their channel. And I tell you, there's a couple guys, I'll if I remember when I get home, I'll put a link down in the description to you know, a few of the channels that I really enjoy. They're just regular guys, you know, talking about their bikes, and a one woman, a motorcycle mama. She's new to the motorcycle world and vlogging, but yeah, good creative content and just a nice person, really. Harley Day Rider, HDR. He gets a lot of videos out. He's a real nice guy. Mr. Bodine 52, if you don't follow him, definitely worth a follow. You know, and Bronco Ride, nice guy. And they do a live show every Sunday, which is fun to tune into at 6. You know, someday maybe they'll have me on as a guest host, because they have different people on every week. I would like to do that because they're just a good group of guys. Then McKelly 7, he is a Goldwing guy now. He used to be a Harley guy, now he's a Goldwing guy. But he's a trip. I like that guy. Yeah, but I know it's somebody, like if I were anywhere and just ride around and all of a sudden these fellas pulled up, it would be instant, you know, camaraderie right there. Boom. You know, because we all have around the same personalities. We all love to ride. We like doing vlogs, and we all enjoy beer. So, I mean, motorcycles and beer, how can you possibly go wrong? Unless you're riding, don't ride and drink. That is dangerous. A car has 4 wheels, so it's harder to fall over. You know. Yeah, I can say that. Yeah, I've had a beer and got on the bike, but it was the time between getting on the bike to when I had the beer was over an hour or so. So I don't really like that. Plus, I ride fairly aggressively anyway, and you know, beer makes you stupid. So that's what I do. Try not to do stuff like that. And you know, riding a bar to bar is not my thing. You know, an average ride for me is at least 70 to 100 miles. You know, like today I got on the bike, just cruising around. I'm going to go to the BMW dealer because I need to change the oil in this thing, so I'm going to get a filter. Because I always buy the manufacturer filter. I mean, I know you can buy the other ones, but it's $10. Who cares? Actually, it's probably 20 BMW now. I like to support the local dealers buying certain things, but the one dealer, the main Honda dealer here where I live, is a joke. You know, the staff, some of the staff is knowledgeable. Most of it's just a bunch of kids, and they, you know, they sell everything from, I think they sell like 4 or 5 brands of motorcycles plus watercraft. So, you know, and all the ATVs you can think of, or whatever they call those things now. They're not, I mean, you got ATVs and you got the big ones that look like cars. Yeah, whatever they're called. I'm sure somebody will tell me because I'm too lazy to look it up and I really don't care. But, man, what a nice day. I needed this. I just want to thank everybody for tuning in, you know, today and just listening to me ramble on. I mean, I know I've probably got a couple dislikes on this video if you watched it to the end, because I'm more or less rambling. I just need to get out, and it's nice just to talk to you guys, and, you know, hopefully I get out there. I mean, I know there's some other guys in Southwest Florida here that have been asking me to come by, but, you know, they meet for coffee on Mondays. Well, you know, as a working man, Mondays are a little trickier to get. Up to meet people. So anyway, guys, just hit the like button if you would. You know, hit the subscribe button. I'm not too modest to ask you to subscribe, because, you know, I figure I looked at my statistics and it's like 97% of the people who watch my videos don't subscribe. I'm like, wow, I would have a lot of followers or subscribers, whatever you guys are called. You know. If you guys would hit that subscribe button, it helps me with the channel. It helps me, you know, put a tank of gas in the bike once in a while, because Lord knows you don't make much on YouTube, no matter what to tell you. I'm sure if you had like 100,000 subscribers, you probably make some pretty good change. But, you know, us 1,000 subscribers, you know, 5,000 subscriber guys, it's a joy to do. It's fun for us. We like talking to you guys. I'm going a little long and I'm getting a little long-winded, so I'm going to end it there. But anyway, hit the like button, subscribe, and we'll talk to you later. Ride safe and keep the wheels down.